Hello, my friends. Today we are going to talk about self-care and especially self-care habits. When it comes to any kind of transformation and change in your life, I am convinced that your health is the foundation to make a strong and long-lasting change in your life. And this is why exactly I implemented these 7 self-care habits over the last 1.5 years in my life, and they are such a valuable foundation in my day-to-day life, and I don't know where I would be without them. First of all, I want to clarify what is a habit, and I created and came up with a definition about what is a habit. A habit is a regular performed action that turns into a routine of behavior that occurs automatically. And the keyword here in this definition is automatically. A habit is something which happens subconscious. You're not consciously making the decision to do or perform this certain action. You performed it over such a long period of time that it became automatic for you. And let's give you a couple of examples to make it more clear what is a habit. And to make as well clear that a habit doesn't need to be healthy and it doesn't need to be good for you. We have certain self-destructive habits, or we have self-enhancing habits that are enhancing our well-being, and we have self-destructive habits which are deconstructive for our development. One example for a habit is drinking coffee in the morning. First thing you do, you wake up, you make your coffee, and this is a set habit. You're not even thinking about it. It happens automatically. You have your coffee machine in your house, or you go to your next coffee shop and you get a coffee. This happens automatically. It is not a conscious choice you're making. It happens just like this. Another example for a habit is that you grab your phone first thing in the morning and you scroll through social media, and you do that every day, morning for morning, and it becomes automatic. Automatically you're grabbing towards your phone first thing in the morning, and this is more so a habit that can affect you eventually in a negative way, because the first thing you consume in the morning, when your brain is still in these beta waves, you are consuming other people, what other people are doing, connecting from yourself. You're disconnecting from how do you feel this morning, what does your body needs in this moment, what does your energy look like this specific day. So this can become dangerous as you are lowering your intuition with checking in with your phone first thing in the morning, and you're tuning into the outside world instead of looking into the inside world. Or positive habit that positively affects your whole system is working out in the morning. Like, I installed one of my habits is to perform burpees in the morning, and this is a set habit. I do that before I grab my matcha honey in the morning. I don't drink coffee. I do that first thing. I move my body. I prioritize to move, and I have a set and standard workout where I don't need to think about what workout to do this morning. I'm not questioning my movement. I know exactly what to do. But I will get into that in a little bit when I'm speaking about my 7 self-care habits that made me a healthier and happier person in the past 1.5 years. 1.5 years, I was going mentally through a rough time. It was mentally challenged for me, and I felt like I got really tested, and it was really tough by times. I had existential fears coming up. I was by times having depressive tendencies. I had by times phases where I had a hard time to get out of bed. I was struggling. By installing these 7 self-care habits and prioritizing my health helped me to get out of this dark place and getting into a much more stronger, confident and happier place in my life. Some of you might go as well through a hard and challenging time. Let me know in the comments, where are you at right now in your journey? Are you having a rough time right now? Are you going through a breakup, hard, painful time, through challenging times with family or finding yourself? Let me know in the comments, because one thing is, I create these videos here on my YouTube channel to create a community, to create a safe place for you to go to when you feel like you have no one to talk to or no one is listening to you. I want to be here for you, to guide you through hardships, and as well to empower you to up-level and uplift your life. You're not alone. I am here. Leave me a comment or connect with me on Instagram. The 7 self-care habits I'm sharing with you today in this video are not the usual tips with wake up early, get your things done, step A, step B. No, there are some more surprisingly within the 7 self-care habits I'm sharing today. The first self-care habit I installed in my life is that I started to prioritize my sleep, and I actually started not to wake up with an alarm anymore. I adapted this habit from my boyfriend, and I believe this is such a healthy habit to have, especially in this hustle culture. And I bet you find a lot of videos out here from content creators which are talking about self-development and bettering yourself, that will tell you that you need to wake up early in the morning and you need to have your fixed morning routine. I tried that. It was not working for me, and I want to encourage you as well to find your own way of developing yourself, your own way of being successful. And for me, that doesn't matter when I wake up. I can just recommend this habit of just allowing your natural sleep rhythm function for you. It's such a game changer. When you give your body the rest it truly needs. The second self-care habit I installed in my life that made me happier and healthier in the past 1.5 years is my medicinal mushroom routine. Every morning I take 3 to 5 grams of lion's mane, and I take 3 to 5 grams of my regenerative mushroom mix, which is a mix of medicinal mushrooms which contains different types of cordyceps, lion's mane, reishi, ragi. I really prioritized my regeneration, getting my proper recovery, and this is such a game changer because I realized I was so restless for some time. So zooming into yourself and taking a step back, slowing down your life will sometimes give you greater results. My third self-care habit I installed over the past 1.5 years it's my morning workout. My burpees, I already talked about them, and morning burpees is my go-to workout for a lot of reasons. For once, it's a complete workout, and I do 70 burpees every morning, which means in 7 minutes, because I have a specific method how to do it to gain proper the muscles and strength you need. And I do that. It's 7 minutes of my day, and my basic workout is already done. My energy is aligned for the day. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling powerful. I know already where I stand mentally, because I have sometimes days as well where it's challenging to perform my burpees. It's not always going super smooth, but I already get an idea where am I at mentally for this day. So it's that time where I check in with my body, check in with my energy, and bring my energy into a flow. My fourth self-care habit is that made me happier and healthier in my life, going regular into nature and getting sunlight. And I love to do that with doing long nature walks, going barefoot, Right now, I am blessed to live in a beach location, Phuket. So I make sure I go to the beach walks, getting sun in, having a morning swim. And this is really important, this nature charge as a daily habit. Right now, we moved here into rainy season in Phuket. It's getting a little bit more challenging to get that nature time, and then I really feel that in my mood when I don't get out enough. Let's come to self-care habit number 5, which I implemented in my life that made me happier and healthier. And this is to learn every day something new, to expand my knowledge and wisdom in any area of my life. And I allow myself to do that in multiple ways. Sometimes I go to the morning when I get my morning matcha honey here in Phuket. I bring my book, I read. Right now I'm reading Meditations from Marcus Aurelius, or I read in my numerology resources and my numerology book. I absolutely love to listen to other YouTubers. I love to learn more marketing skills, more content creation skills, more storytelling skills. So I use the platform I am on because I love YouTube to do research for new videos, to do research what is performing well, what's not performing well, how can I implement it into my content. And I love as well listening to podcasts or longer form content when I'm cooking. So I'm coming already to my self-care tip number 6, which I implemented in my life, and this is eating healthy, fresh cooked food on a daily basis. So I prioritize my health, which means I'm putting a lot of effort and energy into what I put into my body. I have a food container. I don't like to call it a diet because I am not restricted in anything in my diet, but I eliminated certain things 1.5 years already out of my diet, and this is sugar, any kind of milk product, any kind of wheat flour, and I eliminated as well coffee out of my life. I was a big coffee drinker, and this is a was a big thing for me to quit sugar finally. I know it wasn't doing me well on a mental perspective, but I knew it was time to eliminate it. And I met my boyfriend. He doesn't consume sugar, and I got my accountability buddy. I love to cook for us. That is like a meditation for me. At the same time, I can combine it with learning new knowledge, listening to YouTube videos, listening to other YouTubers, content creators, and gaining more knowledge while cooking. I come to my 7th and last self-care habit that made me happier and healthier in the past 1.5 years. And this is excluding nightlife, partying, and alcohol out of my life. And this can be a huge distraction. Going out, nightlife, meeting people, getting drunk. Your next day is already not starting well. It happened for me natural to stop drinking alcohol. Those both don't go out and party, where the most temptations are laying with cheating, not being truthful to each other, getting distracted, or doing things you regret after is super healthy and is so important for me, because it goes all in hand. When you see my 7 self-care habits, I prioritize my sleep, and I want to be on a healthy, natural sleeping rhythm. When you drink alcohol, you often go over your boundaries. You don't really realize the needs of your body anymore, and you stay up too long. I simply eliminated that out of my life, and I am super healthy and happy with it. I don't have the fear of missing out on anything anymore. So this has been my 7 self-care habits. Let me know if you want to start to implement one of these eventually as well in your life, and to better yourself in one area of your life. Let me know as well if you have another habit you absolutely love, which I and the community here on the channel need to know about, and maybe you want to challenge us as well to try one of your self-care habits. So let's start together all to prioritize our self-care, our self-love, and that we are all a little bit happier and healthier together here on the channel. Thank you, my loves, for being here, and I see you in the next one.